Starting out this month's episode of Get Struck Tuesdays, episode 7, with pen and ink on cardboard. I call this one, Throw It All Away. Washed up, washed out, washed upon the shoreline? These are questions we can ask ourselves. Hell, I ask myself these questions. No matter the answers, sometimes we all feel like sea garbage for whatever reason. But it's honestly up to us and no one else to pick ourselves up off of that shoreline. Sure, it definitely helps to have someone, whether it's friends, family, a lover, or even a stranger to pull us up. But truth is, we aren't always going to have that someone, but we do have ourselves. I bought these Posca markers, which you'll see in this episode, and these are the metallic colors. Ever since I started using these things, I've been addicted. This episode is pen and ink on cardboard heavy, but it's cool. This is one of my new mediums, and I call this piece Always, of Course. The bird will not be happy caged, so it must be set free to achieve happiness. If you set it free and it returns, it was meant to be. But sometimes you set the bird free and it does a bunch of shady stuff and eventually returns after it finally realizes where it wanted to be the entire time. This bird freed itself, and you can tell by the smirk on his face. It's sort of a sneaky yet confident look, knowing he's accomplished the goal of freeing himself. The message is simple: fly.
Oh.
I went to the local Hobby Lobby and ran across those metallic Posca markers I mentioned. Nice to see Posca has multiple sets with various colors. General's drawing pencils are something I try to be loyal to. Ever since I started using my son's great-grandfather's pencils, I just stuck with them. I saw this Koi watercolor set and I figured I'd give it a shot. I'm always interested in trying out different watercolor palettes. This one is a pocket field sketch box, and the paints are metallic, pearlescent, and fluorescent. The kit comes with a water brush pen too. Episode 7, Get Struck Tuesdays. It's kind of a no-brainer, and kind of sucks to say it, but I know that I lost a whole lot of momentum over the years. Over the last couple years, specifically around the time when, it was August 2020, and that was probably the height of my career as an artist. I had a whole lot of interest and people were checking out the vlog, Guts and Glory. And yeah, man, I had a good following. I had built a little community around myself. And I feel like I really lost a lot of that. And it's gotta be my fault. I'm not gonna blame anyone else for it. I did fall back at times. And honestly, I don't think that I've really put a whole lot of effort into this vlog. And I wanna try to change that. But also realize that I have a life and there are things that are more important to me than creating this. So, like they say, there's balance, and I think it's all about tapping into that balance and trying to figure out where I stand in the middle of all that. Valued less, but still sparkles. You guys know I love to paint flowers, so here's another flower. I should probably mention that all of my art is always for sale. So if you see something that tickles your fancy, just speak up. Here's another pen and ink on cardboard. I call this one randomly mechanical. When you feel like you're building everything up to be something special and you're informed the foundation isn't as sturdy, you get the tools sharpened and prepared for repair. Well, at least that's what I do. Quitting is no longer an option. Been there, done that, no more. I do believe you'll see me continue to do this type of art on this medium. It just feels too good not to. Who knows? Maybe this will end up being one of my signature mediums. Happiness is something we're all in search of, but I really do hope you're happy. This piece is called Hope You Are. So all these things, really big things that are happening in my life that honestly are bigger than the art shows. So no disrespect to the art shows or to art. I love art, but you know, I do this as a way to not only express myself, but as therapy and to make a little extra money, you know, all that good stuff. So yeah, it fulfills me at the end of the day, and I'm glad to do it, and I always want to do it as long as I can, hopefully for the rest of my life. So yeah, thank you for joining me. If you've been one of those loyal folks that have been down since Guts and Glory, I appreciate you. And I know I lost a lot of people from that point until now, and who knows, man, might be able to get some people back, but the goal at the end of the day is to make this art vlog something special. Yes, I still draw standard pen and ink on regular paper. I call this one distracted from the truth. In life, we are usually being distracted away from certain things that are usually more important than the things we're being told to focus on. In this piece, the man featured is said to be a scoundrel. Meanwhile, what's that thing in the sky being disguised as a cloud? Growing up, I always saw the neighborhood watch signs, and the shady character always intrigued me. So I decided to include said character in this piece. The title of this one is Nothing New. This is basically what happens when the neighborhood protects itself. But they full of shit, baby.
told, but they're full of shit, baby. I don't know what
I do realize most people in my area will never accept me. Even though I believe I paint beautiful things, I also draw and paint grotesque and downright ugly. And that is probably what will keep me where I am. But that's fine. I don't create art to be accepted. I create art to express myself. This is my therapy. Being creative is who I am, and this is why I am the creative archetype.